like something rooted, and there's nothing as wonderful as Jerusalem artichokes to fill that void. Your belly will thank you for it. It's got a lot of inulin in it. I make that with zucchini zoodles, and I put an egg and cheese wash on top, and I wanted to show you how I make it. I particularly wanted to show you how I add more fats to my food, and I am going to flip the camera around now. Okay, so here is Jerusalem artichokes cooking away in a couple of tablespoons of ghee. And what I'm going to do now is set the camera here so you can see it, hopefully. Okay, and so this is the Jerusalem artichokes. It's been cooking with a little bit of pepper, jalapeno pepper, some wonderful onions, scallions that my friend Rusty got for me yesterday a couple of days ago from her garden. And here I have zoodles. Let me see if the zoodles are visible from the camera. Yes, these are the zoodles. And the way you make zoodles is with the aid of a peeler. And you will see, what does a peeler look like? Let me show you. It's a plain old peeler that looks like so. And you peel the zoodles, or the zucchini. I'm going to top it with cilantro because everything needs to be topped with cilantro. Now, these need to be cooked before because obviously they take longer to cook. And these are, folks, these are Jerusalem artichokes. The plant is like a sunflower plant, and it has these roots. And if you have it in you, just grow a couple in your garden, and it'll give you crop for years and years and years to come. And let me tell you, it's way more delicious than potatoes. I love the sort of sweet and strange taste of a Jerusalem artichoke. Now the way I add more fat to it is I put in some ghee into this. So that's the ghee. I'm sauteing the artichokes in ghee, and now I'm going to add a little bit more coconut oil to it. That'll make it extremely unctuous. So now I have two types of fat. One is ghee, which is about 50-60% saturated fat. The second one is coconut oil, which is about 50% saturated fat. One of the primary and important fatty acids in coconut oil is lauric acid. This is a 12-carbon fatty acid. Both these fats are anti-cancer, antimicrobial, anti-infective. What they do is they take the viral walls when they're replicating, and they gum up the replicating walls of viruses and bacteria. And so there's nothing as wonderful as saturated fats. I'm now going to add zoodles to it. Okay, you're going to ask, are you really going to eat all that? Well, you know, if you thought about it, it's not that much. It's only vegetables. It's 90%, 70% water. Maybe 60% water. So this is where the zoodles go in. This is where the zoodles go in. And while the zoodles are cooking on very high heat, so now I've turned the heat up. This, by the way, is a wonderful device. It's a steel stirrer that's perfect for any cast iron, pots, pans, woks. I've had it for, dozens and dozens of years. It is completely indestructible. You can, break things with it. It's solid steel, and look how strong that is. So that's the kind of kitchen implements you want. I also want to show you our knife. This is a beautiful iron knife, and I think Richard's mom gave him a set of knives. I'm using the smaller one, but it's very, very sharp. I love that. Now I'm going to chop up the cilantro. And there are many people who cannot use casing. They cannot use cheese. They are allergic to eggs. And folks, the reason for that in a lot of cases is, number one, the vaccines are made in substrates of chicken embryos, albumin, casein, and so on. In fact, the early childhood vaccines that are made from these substrates typically result in allergies for the children. So save your child by not feeding them injectables with these substrates in them. The hepatitis B has a Saccharomyces substrate, and one of the things that happens to the body is it doesn't recognize friend from foe. If at 24 hours your child has been injected with Saccharomyces, a substrate of Saccharomyces in the hepatitis B vaccine, then what are they going to do? They don't recognize it as foreign, and you find a lot of these children with massive yeast infections or a massive allergy to casein or a massive allergy to eggs, albumin, and so on. So it's very important to understand how the immune system actually works. So now what is happening is, this is what's going on. I minimally process the zoodles because they're so fragile. And what I'm going to do here is put on a wash. And why am I making zoodles? Because zoodles is my most favorite dish. Last year, our 2 zucchini plants produced a bumper crop. So practically all summer long, I had zucchini and tomato, which was added as a wash on top of all these vegetables. I could have used another egg, actually. Maybe I should have used another egg. But there you have it. This is my frittata, if you will. I'm going to go wash my hands. And what I'm going to do is open the oven door and stick it into the oven, turn on the broiler, and in 5 minutes, this is going to be completely brown. Then I add cilantro to it, and it'll be a beautiful breakfast slash brunch slash fast breaker. I'm gonna not intermittent fast today. Instead, I'm gonna eat this. So I hope you give this a shot. Oh, I forgot to add salt. I typically add salt after because the zucchini really sends out water. So if you add that later, that's perfect. Now I'm going to put this in the oven, take the camera there, and show you exactly what I do. And so, what I'm doing here is putting this in the oven. I have turned the oven on broil, as you can see, and I'm going to put it in the oven for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And then I will pull it out. I will pull it out of the oven in about 5 minutes, and I'll have a smashing breakfast. I will sprinkle it with a little bit of cilantro. Cilantro is a great chelator. If you have any kind of heavy metal damage, your gut or environmental toxins and pesticides, there's nothing like a little bit of cilantro in your diet. And so this is a very filling meal. And hope you try it too. Let me know if you have better ideas for a frittata. And you probably do, because there's so many wonderful cooks who are watching this. Let me know, and I will give it a shot too. Happy cooking. Thanks.